Hello class, and welcome to lesson 3.1, add and subtract decimals. So there's about one rule that we're going to follow. Let's look at this. Here's our warm-up today. Here's the women's 100-meter butterfly race. Lisbeth Trickett finished in 56.73 or 56 and 73 hundredths of a second. Christine Magnuson, we don't know. And then Gabriela Silva finished in 58.10 or 58 and 1/10 or 10 hundredths, same thing. So let's see what the question is. It took Christine 0.37 or 37 hundredths a second longer to finish than Lisbeth. So how long did it take Christine to finish? So I want you guys to try this right now. So are you ready to learn the one rule that there is to this entire lesson? Here is the one rule. When adding and subtracting decimals, you line up the decimals. Right there. Make sure you copy that into your notebook because this is the one rule when adding and subtracting decimals. Regardless of what the decimals are, regardless of where it is, regardless of any of that, when adding and subtracting, all you do is line up the decimals. So let's look at this one. Identifying the key words. It took Christine that much seconds longer to finish than Lisbeth. So what is a key word that we see here? What's a key word that we see? Amelia, what's a key word you see?
Longer.
Longer, yes. Our keyword is longer. What does longer mean, Vahe?
Like, long.
Exactly. The operation that longer is, it means to add. If it takes someone longer, if you're running a longer distance, you are adding to that distance. You are adding to that distance. So longer means to add. So let's look back at this one. We saw that Lisbeth's time was this, and we have to add that amount. So where am I going to line it up? Am I going to line it up like this? What do we think? Yes or no? Shaking our heads yes or doing no? I'm seeing no. How am I going to line it up, Ella?
You're going to match the decimal points to each other.
I'm going to match the decimal points to each other. So, like that. What do we think? Yes, nodding our head. No, shaking our head. What do we think? Yes, nodding our head. And Ben, who was so eager to answer, what do you get as your answer?
57.10.
Perfect. Can you say that academically? 57.10. Can you say that academically?
57.1.
That's true. 57 and 1/10. I agree.
Okay.
So look, 3 plus 7, we get 10. We carry our 1. 3 plus 7 again is 10 plus 1 makes it 11. Again, I have to carry my 1. Then I put a 7 here and a 5. And my decimal just falls in line. It's kind of like just dripping all the way down. Boop, boop, boop. Just in a line. Absolutely nothing changes. I just wanted to say how one of my students, Ella, brought up a great point. She said, why don't we just drop the decimal down from the beginning so we don't make any mistakes? That totally works too. Any sort of thing. We just know that our decimal is going to line up. We know that when adding and subtracting, our decimals are going to line up. So we would get, just as Ben said, 57.10 or 57 and technically 1/10 or 10 hundredths. Same thing. Let's look at our next question. Lucy swam the 100 meters in 72 and 34 hundredths seconds. How many seconds faster did Gabriella swim? So we're trying to find the distance. What operation is distance? When I'm thinking about distance, what operation am I doing? What am I doing, Amelia?
You're subtracting.
Yes. Difference always means subtract. Difference always means subtract. Ella asked if longer means adding, would shorter be subtracting? And in most cases, yeah. So we don't necessarily hear that one as much. Like we don't say it takes, we would say maybe it takes her 5 seconds shorter. And exactly, then we would be doing subtraction, just like that. So that was a great question. I absolutely love it. So Dolan, we lined up our decimal points just like we did. We had Gabriella's and then we had Lucy. And what do we get as our final time? What is the difference?
The difference is 2400.
Yes, so he got it correct and he said it academically. He said it's going to be 14 and 24 hundredths. Let's look back and see that. 4 minus 0, we get 4. 3 minus 1, we get 2. Our decimal, we just bring that baby right down. 2 minus 8. Can I do 2 minus 8? No, I can't. I gotta borrow. So here, I borrow from the 7. Delaney, what does the 7 become when I borrow?
6.
A 6. Hannah, what happens to that 2? What does it become?
I'm actually kind of confused on that.
Pearson,
It, wait,
what does this 2 become?
it becomes a 12.
A 12, exactly, because we took a tens out of that one. We removed a tens and we put it here. 12 minus 8 is how we got 4, and 6 minus 5 is how we got 1. So here's some of our vocab. Sum, difference, product, and quotient. Let's answer some of these. Ella, do you have an answer for one of these vocab words? What operation it means?
I know all of them, but I'll do one.
Give me one. Give me your favorite.
Quotient.
Quotient, what is that?
Dividing, the answer of dividing.
Yes, great job. Ella says quotient is divide. Who else would like to tell me? Vahe, give me one of them. Give me your favorite.
Product,
Product, what is that?
like the answer.
The answer when we do what operation? Yeah. When we multiply, I heard you say that. Delaney, give me one of them. Sum or difference, what do you like?
Okay.
What is that one?
Subtract.
Subtract. And Sophia, what is sum?
The adding.
To add, exactly. So sum is when we're solving with the operation addition. Difference is when we're solving with subtraction. Product is when we multiply, and quotient is when we divide. Excellent work, you guys. On a piece of paper, I want you guys to find the sum of these numbers. So I want you guys to find the sum of these numbers. So Cynthia, for this first one, how did you line them up?
I lined up the decimal.
So you lined up the decimal. Awesome, that's all it takes. Okay, walk me through your steps. What is 1 minus 8? Can I do that?
No, you have to borrow from the 3.
Perfect. So what did the 3 become?
Wait, Miss.
I just got called out right now because I'm doing subtraction instead of addition, so thank you, as I'm messing up already. Anyway, Cynthia was still answering my questions wonderfully, so thank you. However, actually solved this problem, Cynthia, as I was making the mistakes. So thank you guys. Cynthia, go ahead.
I add 8 plus 1, which equals 9.
And
And
then?
then I put the decimal. 5 plus 3 equals 8.
And then?
And put the 2 down.
Perfect. What do we think? Yes or no? What do we think? Yes, I'm getting an overwhelming yeses. Okay, let's see. Abner, what about this next one? So I'm going to write it. We line up our decimals. We know we line up our decimals. So walk me through these steps now that I'm actually doing addition.
So 6 plus 7, 6, it's adding, right?
Yep, adding. Perfect.
6, let's put the 1 in on top of the 9
Ooh.
and the 3 in the bottom.
Excellent. He's right because he said 13, so we carried that 1. What about next?
1 plus 9.
Perfect. So we get 14. We put the 4 there and our 1 here. And then what do we get for our last one?
4.
4. So our
Yeah.
answer is 443, right, Abner?
Yeah.
443. What do we think, Dolan? Is our answer 443?
Yes, it is.
Are
Oh,
we?
wait, no, it's 44.3.
Ooh, it's 44.3. Exactly. We can't forget to bring down that decimal in a straight line. 44 and 3/10. Excellent work, you guys. So, Romina, let's solve this last one. We're doing addition, and how do we always add with decimals? What do?
Line them up.
We line them up. So I'm going to put right here. Do you confirm? She confirms. Okay. What do you get? 5 plus 3, Romina, is?
8.
Excellent. We drop our decimal. Then what?
Then 3 plus 7 is 10.
So I write it like that?
Nope.
No. Okay, wait. How do I write it then?
You put the 0 on the line, and then you put the 1 on top of.
Okay. So I put the 0 down there and the 1 on top because I'm adding to the tens. Okay, and then what?
Then you add, and so 4 plus 1 equals 5.
Excellent. Do we confirm or do we deny her answer? Do we confirm or do we deny? Let's see. Yes, we confirm her answer. She nailed it, you guys. Yes. Vahe, what about this one?
Okay, so first you want to put 23.5, and under that we'll go 14.2.
Perfect.
Drop the decimal down.
Drop the decimal. He drops it first. I love it.
Then you want to add 5 plus 2, which equals 7.
Awesome.
And then 3 plus 4, which equals 7.
Awesome.
And then 2 plus 1, which equals 3.
Perfect. And what is that number called academically?
37.7.
Academically, who can say how we pronounce this number? Academically, who can tell me? Amelia, how can I say this number academically?
37 and 7/10.
Excellent. 37 and 7/10 because it is in the tenths place. Excellent. Hannah for answering for me. Let's solve this first one.
So 7, I did 7 plus 4, which equals 1.
So 7 plus 4 equals 1, as she says. Where did that other one go? Because it's 11. Where do we put it?
Well, 11, so then you put it up above the 4.
Excellent.
And then 4 plus 1 plus another 1 equals 6.
Excellent.
You have 5 plus 2, which equals 7, and then you have to bring that decimal down.
Oh, she got it. Yep, we bring that decimal straight on down.
So then it's 76 and 1/10.
Look at her academically saying it as well. 76 and 1/10. Excellent work. Do we agree with her? Do we agree with her math? Yes, no, maybe so? Yes. Look at you guys. Thank you so much, you guys. Now we're going to find the difference. Oh my goodness, Ms. Diaz. Look at how many decimals. How are we ever going to do it? Who remembers the rules when we're adding or subtracting decimals? What is the one thing, Marley?
Always line up the decimals.
Always line up the decimal. Does it matter how many decimal places I have after? Nope. We just line up the decimals. Eduardo, I'm going to line this up for us, and you're going to either agree with me or disagree with me. You agree with how I did it? He's nodding his head. Okay, Eduardo, go ahead. What do we get?
Alright, so first you do 4 minus 1.
Perfect.
Equals 3.
Excellent.
7 minus 7 equals 0.
Excellent.
7 minus 3 equals 4.
Perfect.
Bring down the decimal.
Love it.
5 minus 2 equals 3.
Do we agree with his answer? Thumbs up, thumbs down, maybe so. What do we? Yes, his answer is correct. Excellent. Lucia, what about this next one? So let's line it up. You agree with my lineup? She agrees. Okay, go ahead.
1 minus 3 is 2.
1 minus 3 is 2. You're saying it backwards, girly.
Wait.
3 minus 1 is 2.
Oh.
Perfect. Now what?
4 minus, well, you can't subtract.
I can't subtract 4 minus 7. So what do I have to do?
You take
Number from 5.
So it becomes a 4. And what does that 4 become?
14.
Excellent.
14 minus 7 is 7.
Perfect.
Can't subtract 4 minus 6.
Again! So I can't subtract it. So what does the 9 become?
An 8, and the 4 becomes 14.
And then?
That becomes an 8, or 14 minus 6 is an 8.
Perfect.
Which is decimal. And then 8 minus 3 is 5.
Do we agree with our answer? Do we disagree? What do we think? Yes! We agree. Excellent. Okay, Kayla, your turn.
Okay.
Do we agree with that, Kayla?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So 2 minus 1 is 1. You can't do 6 minus
I
8,
can't do that.
But you can't do 0 minus 9.
Oh my gosh. I can't do 6 minus 8, but I can't even borrow from the 0 she's saying, so I gotta go all the way to the 5. What does the 5 become?
The 5 becomes a 4.
And the 0 becomes a?
It becomes a 10, but then that becomes a 9.
Exactly.
And then the 6 becomes a 16.
Sometimes we have to double borrow, you guys. Perfect. 16 minus 8, Kayla.
Is 8. And then 9 minus 9 is... Actually, you have to put the decimal.
Ooh, let's drop that. I like that.
And then 9 minus 9 is 0. And then 4 minus 3 is 1.
Excellent. So now I want to call on people. Marley, academically read to me this first number, please. Academically read to me that one.
4
No, the first one, right here.
103 thousandths.
Perfect. She said 3 and 403 thousandths. Excellent. Sophia, please read to me that number academically.
5 and 872 thousand.
Perfect. 5 and 872 thousandths. Perfect. Hannah, academically read to me this number.
Wait, Miss Diaz?
What is that last number?
It's 3 and...
Oh, this one right here.
10 and 81 tenths.
10 and 81 hundredths, because this is our hundredths place. Great job, you guys.
I have another.
What about this one? I'm going to write this one in a few ways. Let's see. So I'm going to do, let's write it here. What do we think about that one so far? Do we think that one's right? Using our participant section, do we think that one's right? Why is this not right, Ben? That's how I normally line up numbers if I'm doing subtraction. I line them up on the right. Why is this not right?
You have to put the 6 in the front to the left.
Oh, so I have to put, you want it to go all the way over here? But the 6
Yes.
doesn't have a decimal, Dolan. Why? I'm just trying to line up. It doesn't even have a decimal. So I'm just going to put it at the end, right, Dolan?
No, you have to put it in the front because it's not 6/10 and it's not 6.
I like how she's saying it. It's not 6/10, it's not 600ths, it's 6, right?
Whole number.
Camilla, where's the decimal with the 6?
So there isn't really a decimal, but if you want to solve this, you have to add a decimal.
Where would we put it?
We would line it up with the other decimal and put zeros in the...
Oh,
other
so she
place
says
over.
the decimal just comes after the whole number. And then, because we don't have any room here, we got to put our zeros. Are we all in agreement with what everybody has combined and said? Yes, with whole numbers, that's what happens. Excellent. Lucas, can you solve this one for me? Walk me through the steps.
Well, the reason I did raise my hand was because that's like the 0 and make it a 10.
But how can I do that? I don't have anything to borrow from.
I mean, I was thinking you could borrow from the other 0 and make that into a 9.
How? There's already 0. I have to go all the way over. He's saying it correctly, but I'm making him say it all the way. I have to...
I guess you could cross that one out and make it a 5.
And then this one becomes a 10. And then... that becomes...
And then it becomes a 9.
excellent.
And I gotta write this down.
So Lucas, what do we get?
Now 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. And then you put the decimal.
Awesome.
And 5 minus 4 is 1.
Excellent. Excellent. Do we agree with his answer? What do we think? Yes, he's spot on, you guys. How would I say that academically? Ella, how can I say that academically? Ella says 1 and 22 hundredths. She nails it. Great job. So I'm going to line these up. I'm going to give you two options. Is it going to be, what do we guys think? Is it going to be the top? Show me thumbs up if it's the top. Or is it going to be the bottom? Show me thumbs down if it's the bottom. Top, show me thumbs up. Bottom, show me thumbs down. Yes, it's the top because we line up our whole numbers. We line up our whole numbers. Same with this one. 14 is our whole number and 9 is our whole number. I fill it until the end and I put my secret decimal right there. Because is 14 any different than 14 and 0 tenths? Or 14 and 0 hundredths? Or 14 and 0 millionths? Nope. Doesn't change. Doesn't change at all. To go quickly, we're going to go through it like this. I can't do 0 minus 6. So I'm going to borrow. Uh-oh. I can't borrow from 0. Oh my god. I still can't borrow from 0. Okay, finally I can borrow from the 3. 3 becomes a 2, this becomes a 10. Uh-oh, we gotta borrow. This becomes a 9, this becomes a 10. Still gotta borrow, this becomes a 9, and that becomes a 10. Always borrow before you take. 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 1 is 8. 9 minus 2 is 7. I dropped my decimal. 2 minus 4. Oh my goodness, I still can't do 2 minus 4. I have to borrow again. The 2 becomes a 1. And this 2 becomes a 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. And there's technically a 0 there, a 0 tenths if there's nothing there. And it becomes this. Who would like to read this academically for me? Marley.
18 and 784 thousandths.
You guys are kicking booty at reading this academically. So Vahe, we know we can't do it. We go 0, 0. We got to borrow. What does that 4 become?
That 4 becomes a 3, but you obviously, whenever you get to that point, you're not going to be able to subtract. So take that 1 and make it a 13.
Oh, he's already going here. Take that 1, make it a 0, and make this into a 13. He's already shooting ahead.
So for the last 0, that's going to be a 10, and then 10 subtract 9 is a 1. Then 9 subtract 0 is 9. Decimal. Then 13 minus 9 is 4 decimal.
So,
4.
4, just 4, no decimal. Amelia, can you please read that number to me academically?
491 hundredths.
Look at that, 491 hundredths. You guys are baller. You guys are beast. You guys are boss. I want to look at this one. Let's estimate this one and solve it. 22 and 36 hundredths. What's the closest whole number for 22 and 36 hundredths? What's the closest whole number to that one? What is that one, Delaney?
22.
22. Excellent. Yeah. What about this next number? 17 and 0 hundredths. 17 and 0 hundredths. Jackson.
You have to, for the solving?
Brian, are you able to read this number right here that I circled in pink? Brian says it's 17. Excellent. We're estimating. We're going to add that. I'm going to solve. 9, 3. Awesome. Our answer should be around 39. Let's set it up and see if we're right. 22 and 36 hundredths. 17, we're lining up that decimal. And 3 hundredths. What do I get as my answer here? What do I get as my answer here? Who can tell me? Amelia, what's our answer?
It's 39 and 39 hundredths.
Look at that. 6 plus 3 is 9. 3 plus 0 is 3. Bring down our decimal. 2 plus 7 is 9. 2 plus 1 is 3. 39 and 39 hundredths, as she said it. Do we agree or do we disagree? What do we think? Yes, we agree. What about these ones? Again, we can use estimation to help us solve, or we can just line it up. I've got a question. I'm going to line these up for us, okay? Did I line them up correctly? Ella, what's my problem?
Oh, yeah, you did.
I lined them up. Lucas, did I line these up correctly?
Yeah, I think you did, because 500 and...
I'm going to write this a little bit neater for a second.
I thought you were right, because
So it-
589 and 4...
Decimals.
Exactly. Hannah says I did not line up the decimals. Oh, no. I have to put it here. My handwriting was a little messy, so I don't blame you. Wait,
You have got legitimate.
that 2 has nothing above it. Lucas, what do I put above the 2?
A 0.
Yeah, we put a 0. Zeros don't change anything. Perfect. We don't have time. I'm going to add this. 2 plus 0 is 2. 4 plus 6 is 10. So I put the 0 there. I'm dropping the decimal. I put the 1 here. 1 plus 9 is 10. Makes my life easy. Plus 8 gives me 18. 1 plus 8 plus 0 gives me 9. And 5 plus 2 gives me 7. Do we agree with that? Thumbs up, thumbs down? What do we think? Yes, we see thumbs up. Guided practice. I want you to do these problems right now. These ones should be fairly easy. Amelia, what did you get for this first one?
For number 1, do you want me to say the problem?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I added 9 plus 7 and I got 16.
Excellent.
Yeah, 16, sorry. And then I carried the 1 and put it over the 4, and then 4 plus 1 is 5, and then 5 plus 7 is 12. So I put the 2, and then I carried the 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 8 is 10. And so, but there's no more numbers, so I just put the numbers.
True, there is no more numbers, so we just put it there. And don't forget to drop our decimal.
Oh yeah, and drop our decimal down, and so we get 102,
102 and
610.
perfect. Marley, what about this second one right here?
I automatically dropped the decimal.
Love it.
Then I subtracted 5 and 1, and I got 4. Did the same thing with 6 and 4, and I got 2. Did the same thing with 6 and 2, and I got 4. And the total answer is 42 and 4/10.
Perfect, 42 and 4/10. This one's tricky then. Vahe, how'd you line this up? So I'm going to put this one, 52 and 1/10 at the top, because that one's we're subtracting. Where did you line up?
Add a 0 behind that one.
Ooh, I'll add a 0 there, okay.
And then just...
straight across like this?
Yeah.
Perfect. You can just tell me what you get as your answer.
My answer was 20 and 63 hundredths.
20 and 63 hundredths. Let's see. He is completely correct. We'd have to borrow here, make it a 0, make it a 10. That's 3. Borrow here, make that a 10. We get that. And we are straight. And we are golden. For this last one, 14 and 52 hundredths, 27 and 35 hundredths. We're adding them. Pearson, what's our answer? Perfect. He says 41 and 87 hundredths. 2 plus 5 is 7. 5 plus 3 is 8. Drop our decimal. 4 plus 7 is 11. I carried it. 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 4. Excellent work. 41 and 87 hundredths. You guys are baller. Here is your homework. It is page 181, numbers 1 through 10 all. You must show your work or you will get no credit. Excellent work today, guys.